It didn't work. Oh, there it is.
We are live. Welcome back to Sports Chat with Nat. I'm Nat, and that's
Hey y'all, it's Master T in the flesh, you guys.
listen. I know we missed last week. We apologize, but I almost got caught up in that airplane debacle with the Microsoft. But thank God I had enough wisdom to stay on the ground. So that
Uh,
being said,
well,
that
she
being
was.
said, we
Well,
are here today live, and we got so much to talk about. Listen,
yes. Wow, that's crazy. You was on the ground. I was in the hospital.
huh?
I was working that night, so.
Oh, oh yeah. Okay, so look, before we go any further, thank you for watching. And y'all did follow us. Now we need a few more. We still need a few more. You're doing great. So now we need what we needed. We needed 50 something. Now we need 45. We need 45. We got 10. So now we need 45.
Come
If
on,
you
guys.
already follow us, we challenge you to bring one friend at least. We want you to bring two, but if you bring at least one, we should meet our goal. We need to meet our goal of 100 in what, 3 weeks? How many weeks we got before the NFL preseason?
Oh, I think the
We
first
gotta
preseason games
because we
maybe
gotta
about
do
3 weeks.
previews and all of that. So guys, please, 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 we don't want nobody to miss all this juiciness because we got the NFL previews coming for the each conference and division.
And if you saw my facial expression, it's because I just got a live thing. So we are live still in
We get
NFL stuff. So I just got some breaking news. So that's why my face was like. I'll tell y'all about it in a second.
okay. So we're gonna hurry up. I'm gonna get the WNBA out the way real quick since they active right now. They are active. They just had their All-Star game. Listen. I've been following the WNBA since 1997.
Wow.
This was the best All Star game ever.
Okay.
Best ever. The skills challenge. Okay, let me give you a real quick rundown of that skills challenge. They had you had to bounce it. I didn't bring you the rules. I didn't do all that, but you had to bounce it. Do 3 bounce passes. Then you had to do a pass through like a little tunnel thing. You had to do some 3-point shots. And so, listen, it was amazing. Alicia Gray from the Atlanta Dream. Listen,
Y'all know I rip all my Atlanta
she
teams.
said, I want to read her quote. She said, as a competitor, the girl was getting ready. There she go. Thank you, Vanessa. She said, it was down to the very last shot with like 2 seconds left on the clock in the 3-point competition. And they asked her, what did she think when John Quayle Jones of the New York Liberty shot her three? She said, as a competitor, the competitor in me didn't want it to go in. But the person that I am, I want to see others succeed. So I was okay either way.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yes. But she was the first ever in the history of the WNBA to win the skills challenge and the 3-point competition in the same night.
Oh, that's amazing. Clap it up, guys. That's
She was
amazing.
amazing. And she wore her goggles through the competition because she said it kept the wind out of her eyes, which made her move faster, see better, all of that. She was amazing. She scored. Now, the amazing part of the 3-point contest was John Quayle Jones of the New
Mm.
York Liberty. She scored 25 in the first round and 21 in the second round. But for a big girl, her and Stephanie Dolson of the Washington Mystics, the two of them, those big girls, did the 3-point contest. It was a sight to see. John Quayle was beautiful. Now, John Quayle, the Liberty are in first place.
Mm.
But if John Quayle doesn't play well, she gets an attitude and her disposition is funky. She gets stupid fouls. So, but as long as she's playing good, she's good. But anyway, that was good. Came down to the last shot. But the All-Star game, I will say this. Now, I said that Caitlin Clark didn't need to be on no Olympic team. I know I said it.
But
Caitlin and Rika, Abuma Wale, all both of them need to be on. They need to take off. Let me tell you who they need to take off. They,
oh gosh.
they need to take off what her name? Brittany Griner. Well, she'll need to be up there. And they need to take off Chelsea Gray and Diana Taurasi. She need to be on the coaching staff. Don't give that player position to her. Make her a coach. Caitlin Clark set a rookie record for assists. She
Wow.
almost broke the assist record total for the All-Star, but she did for the rookies 10. Sue Bird holds the record. They got Breonna Stewart, 6-time All-Star. Asia Wilson, 2-time MVP, 2-time champ. Jewel Lord, 6-time All-Star. Chelsea Gray, 6-time All-Star. Diana Taurasi, 11-time All-Star. Naphasia Collier, 4-time. Alicia Thomas, 5-time. So you take that and you got Kelsey Mitchell. Okay, she was a 4-time. Well, Kayla McBride, 4-time All-Star. She don't need to be there, but definitely Nika. Nika that she scored 21 points in the third quarter. In the third quarter, that's a WNBA record.
Wow.
Might be an NBA. It's a WNBA All-Star record. It may be a NBA. We gotta check it. I gotta check and see if that's a quarter record for WNBA. She was off the chain. Was it 23 or 24? But she was off the chain. So
what were they playing the game on? Was it like ESPN or
the All-Star game was on ABC, but
gotcha.
the skills challenge and everything else was on ESPN. Now they kept saying that the record with all these millions on ESPN and yeah, okay. I'll tell you why. I looked it up. In 1997, the WNBA had viewership over 2 million, but it was on NBC.
Interesting.
So yes, it was the largest on ESPN and ABC, but not NBC where it started. Now it fell off quick. I ain't gonna lie. It fell off quick, but it started very well. Okay, now, but yeah, they need to take a couple of them people off the team because the All Stars, Angel Reese, she did double in the All Star. She had more rebounds than anybody in the All Star game. She had 10 points, 10 rebounds, double in the All Star game. Caitlin Clark, 10 assists. She didn't hit a 3. She couldn't buy a 3. That's a hard.
Wow.
But the crowd had over 16,000. All the stars were there. Everybody was there. It was just a beautiful thing to see. Now, Angel Reese said she can't wait to play with Caitlin. She said Caitlin was hollering, go, go, go. And she said she had to keep looking for the ball because she knew it was coming.
Oh, that's awesome.
Listen, it's going to be good. They said Asia Wilson and Breonna, they said they good. They say they're going to take over the USA team. They're going to be fine. But that All-Star team beating them was a wake-up call. Them babies beat. Now, because like I said, they got all them old people. I ain't going to say old, but 6-time, 4-time.
You just call them seasoned. They're not old. They're seasoned.
They seasoned. I mean, you know, the oldest one on the All-Stars was Nika. Nika, the one with all the shots. She was 9 times. So, but that's less than 11. So, but anyway, the WNBA is doing well. They're on a break for the Olympics. And
when do finals start for them?
The WNBA?
Yes.
It's going to be a while yet. I pulled up the Olympics. I'll pull them up. Let's see. It's going to be a minute before that because they took their Olympic break because all of their stars are in there. Um, it goes, let's see here, September. We way down the road there, so we thinking October because it's their schedule so far is only goes to September 19th. Is all I see here.
So
Oh,
I wonder, is that when the end of the season
it
is?
might be the end. Is all I think. I'm thinking.
Oh, it looks like no, never mind. Yeah, okay.
WNBA playoffs starts when?
According to Fox Sports,
I said WNBA playoffs.
here is information from Wikipedia.
It might be because
It's
last year
in like
started in September.
September, so yeah.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
see. October 20th, I see a date here. Let me see. Um, Playoff September the 19th is the regular season. September 22nd starts the playoffs. October 20th, last possible finals date.
Okay.
So there we go.
In
But
the
the
hard one.
WNBA is doing well. And quickly moving into the NBA before we get to the NFL. Paul George, I said it. I said he was going to Philly. He's in Philly. And Joel Embiid and him have been building and bonding their friendship for years. They said they can't wait to win. They said they think that's the perfect piece. Maxey took less money. Embiid, everybody took less money to get Paul George there. They are his percentage. He's like 41% in threes, way up there. A 91% free throw shooter. Just phenomenal addition to the Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid. Now, the key though, and Vanessa, take this out, and I'll say it again. And Joel said it himself. He has to stay
Oh man, they
healthy.
will.
He needs a new trainer. He needs a new fitness coach. He needs to get his conditioning in order. I know he carrying a lot of weight, but if he get that conditioning better, he would land better on them big old feet. Shaq didn't stay hurt as much as Joel stay hurt. Every time they get to the playoffs, ain't no Joel. He gone. So anyway, and the Warriors, listen, they look a hot mess. They got rid of Clay. They look a hot mess. I don't even recognize half of the names on that team. I don't.
Oh gosh.
I don't. I don't. I don't. I don't. But the USA men's team almost lost by 1 point to Sudan.
But they're
LeBron.
doing what? This isn't like what's this like pre
It's exhibition,
like
but
an exhibition? I guess to see like where they will rank at.
yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Giannis team lost to Jokic, Nikola Jokic.
that was my drinks tea to this message.
So listen, it's gonna be interesting. Now that we now that I was gonna talk about the Olympics because I was reading where the women's soccer coach said she thought it was disrespectful how people just assume that um, the USA is going to come home with the gold.
Why does she think? Okay, so why do you think that it's disrespectful that everybody thinks that you're a great team? Because at the end of the day, guess what? The women's soccer team is definitely, I don't want to say definitely better, but they're a little bit better than the men's soccer team because they lost the wait, didn't they? What was it that was just here that they lost? And it was the first time they said in like the soccer thing, the men's soccer thing that they lost, like the home team, like the
Like the
home
World Cup,
country,
was it the World Cup?
something like that.
Something.
But they said that it was like the first time that in like that, I guess it was World Cup, that the home country was out in like the first round and stuff. But they said the US soccer team, men's soccer team is great. It's just that they have bad coaching, and they said this has been going on for the past 6 years, and they're waiting like when this gonna happen.
Oh,
And I think the World Cup again is gonna be over. It's gonna be here. I think they have one of their games in next year. I think it is next year. Is it either next year or 2026? They have a game in the stadium.
World
But
Cup.
yes. So it's very interesting. I mean, that's really interesting that she said that. Maybe the reason why she's saying it also in the sense that she doesn't want that like saying that much pressure, but
Well, she's saying that the other teams are so much better now, that the competition is tougher now. Um, People just assume that it's going to be easy for the United States, but it's not. It's tougher. She said the teams are much better.
I mean,
Uh,
I could do that. I could believe. I'm not gonna lie. My other team is always Team Japan. So
Let me see. Let me read her. Oh, wait a minute. I was going to read her quote. I had it up. Wait a minute. She said, um, I think one of the biggest problems is that too often that we talk about what we're going to do in Paris or what happens when we get to the semis or finals. I think it's disrespectful to the rest of the world to talk like that. Um, she added, I think the game has moved to a point where that isn't the case. It isn't a shoe in to get somewhere. It has to be earned, and there's no given right to anything.
okay, I understand her quote now. I
Yeah.
get it. She's saying it's disrespectful to all the other teams like who work
Yes.
hard.
Yes.
Almost like as we always say, US gymnastics team. Love my US. We all love US gymnastics. But it doesn't but they always be like it's always like it's the women's US gymnastics team. Because we don't really talk about the men. They haven't won in a long
No.
time. But the women's US gymnastics team, it's like no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Everybody's like, oh yeah, US is gonna win. But there's
Right.
other heavy competition with it though. I mean, like when Simone wasn't in it, we end up dropping. I think they end up doing like second and third. So we did it. We wasn't like the top. Just that
No.
Simone is like our top person.
That's
She's
right.
killing it though. That girl killed it though.
Yeah.
Can't wait
Yeah.
to watch her.
So look, we're gonna get before we get off the Olympics, the USA team that I just talked about, they bounced back and they beat Germany, um, 80, 84-57, on Tuesday night, which was their Tuesday night, which is it's Tuesday night here now, but so anyway, yeah, they was embarrassed losing to the All Stars with them two rookies over there. Them All Stars look good. Angel look really good. Caitlin looks really good. Caitlin is leading everyone in assists now, and she's ranked. She's going to be okay.
There it is.
Caitlin Clark will be Rookie of the Year. Let me say it again. I said it. Caitlin
Really?
Clark will be Rookie of the Year. She is in the scoring
Not what Miss
category,
I was
the
you was going
assists.
for Angel Reese.
I mean, at one point, Angel was looking like she was going to be some competition for her.
Mm-hmm.
But now that Caitlin is leading in assists, she's pulled up in her threes. Her threes are still shaky. They still shaky. But she's rebounding every game. She's almost doing triple doubles. She's not getting triple doubles, but she's almost getting triple doubles with the number of rebounds that she's getting. Her passing is phenomenal, but the fact that she's in so many categories, the threes, the points, the assists, the rebounds, all of that is really good. I'm not gonna shortchange the chick. I'm not. But I'm not. But I'm gonna say this: she need a new stylist. Okay.
We only at year one. Let's let them get out of year one first, and then we can talk about.
She better hurry up. I don't know what she had on, girl. Girl, she looked like at the bottom. She looked like she was going to church. At the top, it looked like she didn't know she was going to work or the club. It just looked like it was a massive confusion from head to toe.
Oh man. Well, since we're a little
Where's
bit
she
on
going?
since we a little bit on the Olympics still, have you guys seen recently? I think it was last week. I was watching, looking, and they did the top 100 players of the 2000s.
Oh, really?
Yes, I
You
was
got
filming. So the top, I'm gonna give y'all the top 10 because I was
okay.
really. Who do let me ask you? Who do you think was the number one player that they chose?
For all sports,
All sports. It could be any sport. Like, yes. I was a little shocked.
all sports.
All sports.
My first name, of course, is LeBron. My first name for all sports. Who
No.
was it?
All right, guys. I was shocked. I was kind of wait. Let me see what Vanessa say on hers.
Oh,
Serena is on there, but she ain't number one. It is Michael Phelps.
what?
Exactly. I was like, what? So yes, Michael Phelps was the number one player, like athlete for in the 2000s that they have
But you
it
know
for.
what? How many medals did he have?
I got you, people. He has accomplished 20. He's a
He's
20.
the most decorated Olympian. That's why he got it.
But how,
Out of all Olympians in any
okay.
sport, he's the most decorated.
And
28.
Allison Felix ain't far behind.
Well, yeah, but she is. I forgot. I gotta go through Tim because
I'll
I
pull
forgot
her
what
up
number.
while you talking. Keep going.
I think
I'll
she
look
was
her
like
up.
she was in like the top 20. She wasn't number one, but my girl Serena did hit number 2.
Oh, wow.
Next after that was Lionel Messi. He's a soccer player. Then after that, LeBron was number 4. 5 was Tom Brady. 6 was Roger Federer. 7 is Simone Biles.
Decorated track and field athlete in history with a record 20.
Okay. She
8,
most decorated track and field. Okay, go ahead.
8 Tiger Woods. 9 Usain Bolt. 10 Kobe Bryant. That was the top 10.
Wow.
Then we got some more tennis players, which I was excited to see. But Djokovic is number 11. 12 was
Nadal.
Nadal. Yep.
Uh-huh.
Then we
Nadal.
had Cristiano Ronaldo, who's a soccer player. Steph Curry was 14. Katie Ledecky, 15.
Yeah.
Tim Duncan, 16. Shaq is 17. 18 is Patrick Mahomes. 19 is Lewis Hamilton, which is he's an auto racer, the F-150. And Aaron Donald.
Wait a minute. Did you say Shaq?
Shaq is 17. Shaq's accomplishments include, as they said on here, why he was 17. He was 75th anniversary team basketball Hall of Famer, 4-time champion, 3-time finals MVP, 9-time All-Star, 8-time All NBA, 2-time All Defense. That's why they put him.
That's enough.
Lewis Hamilton was 19, and Aaron Donald was 20.
Aaron Donald?
Aaron Donald. Now you was asking about Alex.
Allison Felix.
She. Oh dang! What number was she? Hold up. Oh, I thought she was top 20. Okay.
She's most decorated track and field.
Yeah, she didn't.
Athlete.
Hold up. She track didn't make it fair. Track.
No, it never does.
Well, Usain Bolt, he was
Well,
he
his
was top
records
10.
were unbelievable. That's why.
Where is she? Okay, wait. I did see her on here. I think she was like 60 something. That's probably what it was.
Okay.
She is on the list. She is on the list, you guys.
She did win 20 world championship medals, 11 medals at the Olympic Games, including 7 golds. She's the most decorated track and field
63.
athlete.
63. That's
Wow.
what number she is. Yep.
That's not bad though, considering that's all everybody, you know.
They're doing all athletes.
Oh wow. Now I did see top 10 quarterbacks. And I meant to ask you to bring your top 10. We'll do that next week.
Oh yeah, we gotta. Yeah,
Because they was naming some people, and I had to go back quickly and look because I went back to look to see, and I say, they they're gonna have to stop disrespecting my Reverend Russell
they do. I need to. Oh, they put
because
Venus at 86. Sorry guys, I didn't realize I didn't finish going through this list after a minute and
come on,
realized like
what
other people
you
was
got?
on here. Aaron Rodgers is 91.
What?
Oh, hold that thought, you guys, and remember that number for 91 because I got something on
Okay,
that one too
91.
for
Okay,
Aaron Rodgers. Venus was number 86 on the list.
okay.
Candace Parker was, I think, 70 on the
Candace
list.
Parker.
Yep.
Okay.
Shelly Ann Fraser Price and track star, she's 77. Oh, we got a Japanese Olympian. Hey, sorry, he's a gymnast. Kohei Uchimura. He is number 82. Chris Paul was 83. Let me see.
Chris Paul.
83.
Ugh. How in
Mm.
the world he get on the list?
Audra Wilson's on here. She's
Who?
80. Audra Wilson. She's a two-time WNBA champion. She plays for the Ace. She played for the Aces.
Okay.
Why wasn't Big Poppy on here? Darrell Revis? What's his David Ortiz?
Oh, didn't he have some steroid issues?
Oh, that's right. Ed Reed is 99, and then 100 player is Charles Woodson.
Okay, I can see that.
Peyton Manning, I think, was like 20 something. He was in the
I
top
can
30.
see that. I can see that. I can
But
see
yeah,
that.
that was an
What number was
interesting.
Tom Brady?
Oh, he was. I mean, he was top 10, but he was like 5, I think, on the list. Hold up, I can go back. I kind of was like, whatever.
Yeah, because you said his name so quick, I don't even know if I heard it.
I mean,
Thank you for
but,
that.
but we all know why I said it that fast.
Look,
Okay,
thank you for that.
Y'all already know. If y'all don't know, go back to some previous episodes and see what my thoughts and process are. But he was number 5.
Yeah, Venus was kind of low. But now you said that write down 91 for Aaron Rodgers. Why?
Oh, because they're also doing currently right now top 100 players in the NFL right now, and Aaron was 92. First off, I don't think, and this is for last season, I do not think he should have made the list at all, period, because I never met anybody who played 4, and I mean, did 4 snaps.
Plays.
4 plays. 4.
No.
1, 2, 3,
No.
4. I don't even think the 4th one counted, but anyway, it gets hurt. Also, I'm still bitter, you guys, because he was the reason why I also did very bad last season in fantasy football.
Yeah. But yeah,
He will not be it.
They was doing the top 10 quarterbacks, and I don't know where they got that list from. I was just like, really? And as I looked at the list, I was like, okay, all right. How you gonna put Aaron Rodgers way at the top, and he ain't thrown the football in a uniform? Last time he did, he went down. So how you gonna put him at the top of the list? And then I looked back and saw how few interceptions Russell had last year compared to Josh Allen, who had 18, and Tua, who had like 15 or 17, almost 20. All of them had way big, high double-digit interceptions. Russell had he won 70% completion, but he was like 66.4, 66.8, something. And it was only like 4 or 5 people over top. I was like, wait a minute. Y'all talk like Russell won't doing nothing, but the fact that he was on the Denver Broncos had something to do with it. But that's another story. But we'll get into all of that later.
I'm just trying to make sure he didn't make this. So they've done numbers 100 to 71 right now. So I just was checking to see who they've had on here. Some of the players at their numbers, I'm kind of shocked at.
Okay. What you got?
So Cam Hayward was 98.
I'm sick of
He
hearing about
dropped.
Cam in the news, like they don't want him no more, and I don't appreciate that. That's the one thing I hate about us. We'll keep you, and then he just won Walter Payton
I
Man
was
of
about
the
to
Year.
say,
You don't you it's like he played hurt last year, and he still was in making sacks and making plays, and he was still hurt. I just don't get the mentality. I know some of it is just the media, and I hope it's more all media because I read where he said he don't want to go nowhere, and I hope he would retire before he go play somewhere else.
mm,
So go ahead. 98. Okay, go ahead.
98. Trevor Lawrence, aka Sunshine, 94. Aaron
Okay.
Rodgers, 92. Also, I'll tell you what they're. And then last year, Aaron Rodgers was like, they said he's down like 41. So he was like in the 50s last year with it. Because they say where their rank was last year a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Those are the people that. Let's see. Let's go to 91. Saquon is 86.
Mm. And where did he go to? He went to.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Sorry, guys. I do know y'all. I do know a lot of
But
people's
you know what?
chance, and it's
And
very.
they I don't even think they had Jalen Hurts in the top 10 on this list that they had made up.
Really?
But they were talking about Jalen like he was a scrub. I said they better hope he don't get hurt because they backup is Pickett.
They also put Kirk Cousins as 81, which I'm like, why?
Okay.
I don't like that number. And
Like,
I'm not just saying that because he's a now Falcon, but I do like Kirk. Also, I haven't started watching yet, but I am going to start watching the receiver on.
It's so good. Sorry.
Thanks, Vanessa. So I
It
gotta
is.
see.
I think it's better. I think it's better than the quarterback version.
Really?
It was really good. Yeah, I literally watched it all in a day. It was
Okay,
really good.
so tell me who was your favorite person, because that's how I end up. If you guys know, that's literally. I mean, I already like Kirk Cousins already, but I fell in love with him more watching it. So Vanessa, out of the 6 players, because they do have 6, I think, this season, right? Who was your person that you were like, I like them, like I
Okay,
have another appreciation for them?
so just a heads up, they did 2 people from the 49ers.
I think it was George Kittle and
Debo.
oh yeah, Debo Samuels. Yeah.
Yep. They did somebody from the Lions,
Oh, I
Amon
think
Ra,
yeah, St.
St.
Brown.
Brown.
yeah, yeah. And what is this?
It's
It's
called
called the.
Receivers. It's on Netflix. So
Remember
last
the
year
I did
quarterback?
see a glimpse of it. I saw a clip of it. I sure did.
they did who else did they do?
JJ Justin
Jefferson.
Jefferson's on
I think
there.
his last name from the Vikings.
Okay.
They did a player from the Raiders. I forget his name,
I
but
think
he
it's
used
Devontae. No, he's a no.
it starts with a D, but he used to play with Aaron Rodgers on Green
Oh
Bay.
yeah, Devontae
Oh, that's
Smith.
Devontae
I
Adams.
mean Adams. Yeah, Devontae Adams. Yeah.
And was that it? My bad if it's not. So my favorite 2 were it's hard, but I think my favorite 2 were Amon. What am I saying it right?
Yep. Amon-Ra
Yeah,
St. Brown.
Amon Ra
yeah,
and Jefferson from the
yeah,
Vikings. I like those 2. I
yeah.
think those 2 showed the most, like, you could tell everybody wanted it, but
Right.
in my eyes, I'm guessing because they might be younger and wanting to prove themselves, they
Mhm.
seem like the hungriest out of all of them. Everybody seemed hungry, don't get me
Okay.
wrong, but especially because Jefferson got injured and you could see like
Yep.
him really trying to fight to come back on the field.
Okay.
And then Amon, because he was on the Lions, he
Mhm.
Yes.
had this mentality of like, oh no, we get in there, we get in there, we get in there. And of course, y'all were championing. for the Lions for the
Yes, we
Super
were.
Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So to see like the arc of it all and to see that they didn't make it was like, dang,
Okay.
that
Okay.
really sucked. But I like watching documentaries. That's my judge.
Yeah.
But I always tell people, like, especially sports, if you ever want to get into the mind of somebody who plays professional sports,
Mm-hmm.
watch their documentary. Side note, somebody who else has awesome documentaries is Serena Williams.
Oh
Hers
Okay.
yes.
I
are like
just saw the
top
clip of
tier.
that.
She always
Yeah.
has she has a lot of them. I think you can watch
Okay.
them on Amazon Prime, but
Yes.
she has, I would say, at least 3, at least. And they're all phenomenal. So, okay.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Thanks, Vanessa, for your input.
So
I will
yeah,
be watching so I can figure out who my favorite player is going to be of it. But yes, and speaking of, hold up.
oh, I wanted to say something else about the Olympics too.
Oh, go ahead while I figure out
Women,
who's
let me say
80. Oh, Sam Laporta. That's what I wanted to say. Sam Laporta was 80 on this list.
okay.
No, 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 no. He needs to be higher. Sam
Not after
Laporta
the
was one of
season
the
he
top
had.
was one of the top tight ends last
Yeah,
season.
yeah. I don't know where they came up with this list.
Mika Fitzpatrick. I think they're a combination of like the. I think they vote each other. It's themselves that are kind of like doing it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Kyron
Okay.
Williams was 78.
Who?
Justin Kyron Williams.
Okay.
He was a running back for the
Yeah,
Rams.
yeah.
Justin Herbert was 75. My awesome Jesse Bates, which I think he should have been higher too, was 74. My free safety on the Falcons, who definitely was always getting interceptions and stuff.
Girl, that list with the top 10 quarterback, girl, they had Justin Herbert up there like top 3. I was like, what? Who made this list? What
She's
was they
sunshine number
sipping?
two though.
What was they sipping? Good Lord.
I don't know, but I also think the thing that what you would see, I feel like with it becomes also like a popularity contest too with it. I think it's mostly a thing of what their camaraderie with each other, what they are off the field, and I guess almost like what the public perception of them is
Okay.
too, possibly of why their ranks are what it is. Because like I said, Aaron Rodgers to me should not even be nowhere
On
on
the
this list.
list.
Like you didn't play enough for us to even like for you to even be on it. So
Right.
why are we talking about you?
Yeah.
You haven't even shown up to training camp yet,
No. No.
along
Now,
with some other people.
now let me say this about the Olympics before we get off it. The USA men's team is struggling with injuries. Kevin Durant is having injuries. He been hobbling for the last 4 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin been hobbling.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so Steve Kerr said no thought of taking him off of the team, but
Who's his replacement then?
I don't know what they're. But they already sent Kawhi Leonard home.
Why?
Why?
You know,
Why?
I'm not really the
Because
biggest. He
he can't
can't
play.
play.
Because
No,
he's always injured.
like that
Because
was
he's
exactly what I was
slow.
about to say. Because he can't play. Like
Because he's slow. He ain't offering nothing but dead dryness.
dead
Uh,
weight.
yeah, he just dead weight. Kevin
Mm.
Durant suffered the injury while training in mid-June. Had an MRI when he joined Team USA in early July. Is being considered day to day. It's way too many good players left in the NBA to be dragging Kevin Durant. Yeah, Kevin Durant is a good shooter, but Kevin Durant and the Phoenix Suns didn't get out the first round. You got folks that was in the championship finals game that ain't on this team.
That's true.
That don't make sense to me.
I totally agree.
I mean, it it don't make sense. It don't. I don't get it. I need to see what the whole roster is, but it doesn't. Kevin Durant was injured a lot during the season and the season before that. He missed a whole season in between there. Come on. I mean, yeah, at one point he was unstoppable.
Mm.
But I feel like if your team don't get in the playoffs, why is you on the USA team? But LeBron is LeBron. He took over the game, and if it wasn't for him, they would have lost the game the other day. So, okay. LeBron, I get. KD is a little weak. He getting weak.
But then who's choosing the players though? That's what I'm trying
I
to
don't
figure
know.
out.
I
Like,
don't know who choose these rascals.
mm.
I don't know. But they need to get some better players. And I'll say the same thing for the women. I know that team, that the selection committee looking really silly right now. The way they got beat by them all-stars. With them all-stars that were eligible to be on that team. Now maybe the rookies, there have been rookies on the USA team. However, even if you didn't take Caitlin and Angel, definitely Rika that won MVP should have been on that team as opposed to Chelsea Gray, who been hurt all season.
Right.
Yeah. Why is she not on the All USA team? This is her second MVP in the All-Star game. She's a 9-time MVP. Diane Taurasi, 11-time. Put her on the coaching staff. She old enough to be a coach. Let her coach. They need her leadership. Okay, that's fine. But put this girl in Diana Taurasi's place. And Chelsea Gray, take her off the team. I don't mean no harm. They need Caitlin. I said it. They need Caitlin. Let me say it.
Wow. Look
Let
at
me
you
say it
turning
again.
everything
Let me tell you
around.
something. Let me tell you what I did. It was a couple of games I did not broadcast because I wanted to sit and watch.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really watch. That girl ain't no joke. Now, she's focusing more on her passing now. If she would learn how to shoot a regular, I see now why her coach said she need to learn how to shoot a regular jumper.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what comes open a lot. And she can't handle that. She got to run way back out. No, we ain't got time for that. You need to be able to shoot where you at. And she can't do that well. Neither can Angel Reese. Both of them need to work on that. But Caitlin's passing, her vision on the court after watching her in the WNBA and watching her at Iowa is like night and day. It's like she know now she playing with grown women. Now she's starting to look like one of them grown. They knocked her on her tail for a couple of weeks, but she kept jumping her tail up and she won't whine it. So they
But that's
stopped
what I
knocking
think
her.
that's what you're supposed to do though.
And do you see
It's
they
a,
stopped
and that's
knocking
what
her
they
tail down too, didn't it?
yeah. But
Because
I think that's what's supposed to do. You're
that's
you're
right.
going to a different level, so that means you need to start playing at a different one. And I think she's taking the challenge of it. I also
Yeah.
think that it's also a combination also of everybody keeps talking about her too, in the sense that she's like, in a sense, it's like, I think she probably takes and listens to parts of the criticism and everything that and things that going in good and bad, and then kind of adjust it for what she needs to,
Well,
possibly.
her game is at, I think she sped everything up. I think her and Angel and this new rookie class and these last couple of years, these girls have really sped the game up. They play a lot faster than they used to. It used to be kind of slow,
Mm-hmm.
but now they are really moving. And I mean, they passing all the way down the court. It was just unbelievable. And Angel, she won't win Rookie of the Year, but she gonna end up being the top rebounder for the season.
But you know who else? But you know who else says that though too. But I've heard that when it comes to like the NFL too, that they say this game is like with the new talent that's coming out, that things start off faster than what we used
Yeah.
to are. And like, I mean, look at what the games that we watch. Like, you know, sometimes the first game of the season, we be like, dang, it's only week 1. Like, is this what we looking forward to? Like, so
And
it's like it's like the new generation is almost like they take from what they've already done and just keep speeding up. Speaking of
And
which,
look
did you
at
hear that they're
CJ
doing an
Stroud
18
came
week?
out last year not looking like a rookie. Now he got them looking, trying to look at these other rookies and seeing if they're gonna come out like him.
Who?
CJ Stroud. Because
Oh,
he was number 2 last year. Bryce was number 1. Bryce had a horrible season.
he did.
CJ was almost in the MVP category. Now they looking at these rookies this year. What Caleb and Daniel May and whoever else, but Bo Nix and all them. Listen, I don't think any of them are gonna be what CJ was. I'm
CJ
just
was
saying.
special, bro.
I may be wrong.
But it's too early to tell. Nobody looked at CJ thought he was gonna be like as what he was. He played well in Ohio
Ah,
State, but
now a lot of people did think he should have went before Bryce. A couple of people did say he was better than Bryce. We can go back and find the tapes. Some
hey,
people,
hey. I don't care. Bryce can stay on them little Panthers, aka them little cats. Yeah, I said it. I'll call y'all little Carolina cats.
listen.
That's what I do. It's a little funny thing with us. But yeah.
I cannot wait to delve into these conferences because Lamar Jackson then dropped 20 pounds. He said he wanted to be more agile. And they done got Derrick Henry and they got rid of their backup. And Jacoby Brissett gonna start for the Patriots.
Well, while that's going on, them Cowboys are having a whole big fit right now as 2 of their players over here doing stuff. CD Lamb was like, I ain't coming to camp, you guys. I'm not reporting because y'all need to pay me. So
And
he
they
didn't, and he didn't. And in the process of that happening too, because I think that was that something. So that happened prior to like literally 5 minutes before we went live. I saw that one while Miss Natalie was going live. Something like while we were first starting, something else happened. And I said, "Oh snap!" And it was something with the Cowboys too. Crap. And I so forgot it that fast because I was reading everything else around it. But it was another one of their players did something that they were like either they wasn't going to camp. Hold up, I'm gonna find it, guys. Man, where is it? Okay, well I'm finding it though. Well, Brandon Ayuk from the San Francisco 49ers asked for a trade. He is at training camp right now though.
Yeah.
But he asked for a trade because he wants money too. Pay the man what they owe. George Kittle said he support him. He said, I get it. Wait. Here it is.
Why can't y'all just list the rock? Oh, here it is. Okay.
Hold up. Where are these Cowboys? Because they over here making headlines.
Okay,
right
while
now.
you're looking that up, let me finish this USA, this roster team for the Olympics. These guys, they got Steph Curry, Devin Booker, Anthony Edwards, Drew Holiday, Tyrese Halliburton, and Derek White of the Boston Celtics. And Jaylen Brown was pissed off that they asked for Derek White instead of him. But anyway, 4 was LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Jason Tatum. Kevin Durant need to go home. Joel Embiid, Anthony Davis, Bam Adebayo, and Kawhi Leonard withdrew. No, they sent him home. Talking about he withdrew. No, they sent his house home. The coaches are Steve Kerr, Eric Spoelstra, Tyronn Lue, and Mark Few from Gonzaga. Okay. Uh, I see why they picked Derek White over Jalen Brown. Derek White is a better defender and he's taller. He has a wider wingspan and he's less temperamental. Jalen Brown can be a little temperamental. You gotta be careful taking them temperamental folks overseas. They learned that with Charles Barkley. Uh, I don't know about Devin Booker. I don't know about Devin Booker. I think I'd rather see my boy Jalen Brunson from the Knicks instead of Devin Booker. So, although Devin got a little height, that's probably why they took Devin. But, uh, okay. All right, but that's
That's what it was.
what was it? Come on with
I
it. What
figured
was
out
it?
now. Michael Gallup retired. That's
Who?
what it. Michael Gallup. He used to play for the Cowboys, and then he signed a 1 year, um, $3 million contract with the Raiders on the 30th, and was expected to compete for the team's number three receiver spot. But instead, he said that he was going to retire. So I knew it was something. I was like, somebody just decided to retire out of nowhere.
Listen, before we get off of track and field, are we ready for this Paris track and field Olympics gymnastics? I read somebody say we taking over in the air gymnastics, sea in the swimming, and land track and field.
Mm.
They say we taking over in all of the areas. And at one point, we weren't big in gymnastics. We weren't big in swimming.
Mm-hmm.
But now we are in. We got some people in swimming. We got a couple of brothers on the gymnastics team. Didn't a couple of
We
brothers?
do.
Yeah. And now the track and field. Listen, Carrie Richardson. I her and Gabby Thomas. Listen, that little girl had every reason to just fold up, go away, and just do the Ricky Williams. You remember Ricky Williams from the NFL?
Yes.
He said, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna go smoke weed and I don't care no more." She could have did that. She said, I'm gonna get this together. I'm gonna fix this. This chick here, her starts are not that great. Both her and Gabby Thomas, they got some weak starts. They need to get out them blocks. But this girl here, I believe she gonna set a record. I'm not gonna say she gonna break FloJo's record. I don't see that yet. But I think she's gonna be close. I think it's gonna be a very historic Olympics for Sha'Carri. I think she's working really hard for her talking points. And you can see her trying to remember the words to make sure that she says what she's supposed to say. She don't say what she want to say, but she say what she's supposed to say. But I'm just so excited to see, and I'm excited to see the relay team. They got a new coach because a couple of years ago, the baton exchanges were the worst I've ever seen in my life. And they needed new coaching, and they have new coaching, and so now the baton exchanges are much better. Um, they run with more cohesiveness, and I'm just excited. I still don't have proof, but I still say she lost that 200 on purpose.
I believe it. We were watching it, I remember. Go back to our other live and y'all can see.
I believe I still say it was on purpose. So, but I believe that her trip to Paris is going to be historic. I think she's gonna the time that she missed from not being able to go the last time. I think she's gonna make up for all of that, and I think she's gonna make us very proud. And Quincy, the 16-year-old,
Mm-hmm.
he's going. He's going. He's going to be on the relay team. He's one of the. If I think he's. I think they said the third leg, but he's on the relay team. So he is going. So I'm excited for everything that's going to happen.
I think most people this year are excited for the Olympics just because I mean I hated that Tokyo like didn't get as what the props as it could have, but we was in the heart of pandemic. Everybody was like they can't. They were literally performing for nobody, like empty seats.
Yeah.
So I think that this is going to be very historic for all like the athletes all over the world, that they're going to be very more excited to be back in the element of being able to perform in front of people and just that. And I think that will also get back from that anxiety from, just with everything going on. So I think it's going to be a good one. I think they really need to go back and redo Tokyo in the Olympics, but hey, y'all know I'm a little biased when it comes to things like that, but I am all for it. Like, I think it's going to be interesting to see with this. So we are officially what 3 days away, 3 days away from opening ceremony.
So we will be just like last season. We will be doing our breakdowns of the conferences. We will have our top 10 quarterbacks next week.
I will have
our
my
top 10.
What are we doing? Yeah, we're doing our
We're gonna do our own quarterbacks. Then we'll do receivers. And but we're gonna do, and let us know. We want to do somebody said they wanted us to do like watch a game and do like live commentary, like to kind of do some instructional webinar type game watching.
Oh, like how this is this when that flag when we already know when that flag up he jumped the line encroachment.
But they want like a webinar type thing. So we need to figure that out. We've had a couple of requests. I'm not saying we'll have a bunch of people, but I've had at least 3 or 4 women to say that they would like for us to do a webinar so that they can learn about football.
So that's right, women. Let's empower ourselves with it. Yes.
So we got to figure it out. Like I said, if it's not but 2 or 3, so be it. But we got to get
2-3 people more that learn that know how to talk ish with football. Do you know how much I enjoy going up to guys and telling, like, making them feel like I'll be like, oh yeah, and they be just thinking like, oh shoot, whatchamacallit, and I go in on my stats. It is so much fun, you guys. Like to watch their facial expressions go from like, oh, this is cute to
yes.
Are you sure? No, I'm very positive. You can look it up right now in front of me. And like they're like the shock. It's so funny because I'll be like, I know what I'm talking about. Don't
it does. And look, and when I mention it, the guys be like, yeah, that'll be great. Because the guys want their girls to know. They want their ladies to know how to watch the game with them, to enjoy the game with them. So we will figure it out. We got a couple of weeks. But StreamYard does offer the webinar option. So we're halfway there. So we'll play around. We'll give you guys a date and we will get that to you before the season kicks off. All right. So what else you got? You got anything else? Do we have any baseball news that we need to talk about?
I think they had like they're about to have the All-Star game soon. You know,
didn't they just have the All-Star game?
I thought it. I don't know. I know it. I know it happened.
They had the All-Star game.
Yeah, baseball had their All-Star game.
They had their All-Star game. All right,
You
so the
guys, I know I didn't say it, but I was watching Wimbledon. I don't remember who won because after Coco felt like lost in that match, I kind of stopped watching. But and it was very hard to watch to a certain extent. I understood her frustration because at the end of the day, the difference I would say with a lot of tennis is definitely that sport you really have to coach yourself in a sense. Like your coaches, if you've ever paid attention to it, they're not on the sideline like all other like other teams. They can go on there, they can go talk to them and stuff like that. I think tennis and golf are like the ones where you don't really see. There's nobody on there coaching them. They can look up at points in time, but there it's literally a mental game, almost like a chess match that you have to figure out, and you have to adjust your game accordingly. And watching her in a sense, and that's where the commentators were talking about that this is where her quote unquote immaturity in a sense came in, because they were saying that because of like she didn't know how to like really adjust her game. I don't really
right.
think it was a fact of her adjusting her game. It was the fact that oh girl was just it was better. She just knew how to get her. And Coco's like her forehands were weak and
Yeah.
she knew how to play against it with
And
that.
once she got frustrated,
It makes
she
it
didn't
worse.
use her frustration in a positive way like she normally does.
Yeah,
It backfired on her. She got a little sloppy with it.
she
She
did. It
normally
was
uses it and it motivates her to do a lot of aces. And she's like, her volleys back are like, the rallies are like killer. But she was over hitting. I mean, she was just knocking the ball everywhere. I was like,
it
okay,
was
reeling in.
she couldn't. And I mean, I understand as a tennis player myself, I know there are moments where it's like mentally what you want to do, but you just can't execute it. No matter how much you can focus in and say, I know I'm hitting my shot here, I know this is what I want, but it doesn't. And of course, the more it keeps happening, then you start losing it. And you may have those one moments where you're like, yes, I got it. But then it'll be like, it's not consistent. It just wasn't her match and stuff. Oh girl though, who ended up beating her, I ended up reading about her.
Yeah. What about her?
First off, she did first off, must be lovely to be like a daughter of like a billionaire that you could just sit there and just play tennis the rest of your life if you wanted to. Props up to it. And because her dad is like, oh gosh, he's like one of the head things of a tech company and stuff like that. And
Okay.
like grandfather and her grandfather was too. So she's like from money in a sense. But she a lot of players, what happens is, and I think this is goes back to what we're talking about with the rookies and stuff, is that a lot of times like what we've seen before in the early 2000s, I feel like every sport we had like those players, but it was like it took a little bit longer for somebody to come up and try to take their reins. Now it seems like the next season you could be on top, and then the next thing somebody takes it away very fast. Somebody else is coming up out of nowhere that you be like, where did they come from? Because this is what happened with I think her name's Brianna. She's like one of those players. Like she played in college, she kind of did something, and then like I think last maybe she won something recently, and then that's how her rank got up out of nowhere. And it's like, where did this girl come from? And now she's over here beating Coco, who's the number 2 player in the world. So it's like they're all coming, and it's almost like they're still fighting for it. I will say I love how they all have respect for each other either way for it. But it's like you could be on top one day for real, and then somebody knocks you out of nowhere, where who just came from, you'd be like, where did you come from? You was all the way back in super duper fine. I didn't even see you coming. So I mean, it's a testament about the sport. I think with the athleticism of what people are training, the heart and stuff. So that's where I also feel like Olympus is coming in. We're going to see a lot of a different feel on different things. And like I said, the U.S., even what you can see with the U.S. gymnastics team, everybody was still almost the same. But when the qualifiers of who was going to make it, obviously we all knew Simone was, but they were like all the rest of everybody else, it was up in the air. And they
Yes,
had
it
two
was.
other gymnasts that they actually said that they thought was going to make the team, but they got hurt. And that
Yes,
was the only reason why they didn't make it, is because they got hurt. There was very
right.
sad injuries with it, but they were practicing and they got hurt. But that 16-year-old who made it, and then the other two alternates, like all of them actually, any one of the team, if they had a team of 10, they could have all won it.
Yeah,
Actually, the whole team was 8. The only person who didn't make it was just only one person
right.
of it, because only 8 were able to compete and only 7 made it. Like they were literally in there singing judging, because everybody knew
Yes,
obviously Simone was going to get it because she had the top like score, so they
right.
automatically. But the numbers afterwards, they were all like,
Yes,
"Oh snap, Suni Lee,"
yes.
all that other stuff. Like, and I didn't know that Suni Lee, she had a kidney disease injury. That's why she, like the crying and stuff. She didn't think that she was gonna end up being a gymnast anymore, and she fought through
Wow.
it and stuff. Yeah, so and that's why she was over there, and she ended up being number 3. So it's
Listen,
amazing to watch everybody and see what they fight from their injuries, the heart
yeah,
that they have. So that's why I said it's going to be a very, I do like watching the new, I guess the new era of the athletes. So if this was what we had in the 2000s of our top 100 players, it's going to be amazing to see when they do like the 2010s, 2020s of who was the top 100 athletes, because as you see, it's switching up all the time, and we don't know
it
what
really
numbers come
is
in.
because Sydney McLaughlin, every race she gets faster.
Yes.
Every race she gets faster. You got the little 16-year-old Quincy. You got the other little young girl that almost made it. You got all of these NCAA champions that are going. So it's like you said, if they get younger and younger. First time Christian Coleman didn't make it. Uh, he's getting up in years, but like you said, it's time to pass the baton to the next ones, to the younger ones. That's why I say the USA basketball team, they need to look at some of the younger players. I mean, let's just be real.
This might be,
Everybody
and
don't play as good as LeBron at 40.
but the thing about it is, Richard, but if they lose, this will be a wake up call for them to be like, we need to stop throwing these same players into it. Like, we need to do all these better, like, we need to have younger, faster things, because these other teams, they know what we do. They know the same people. As you say, you
A
can't teach
lot
an
of
old
the
dog a new tricks. These are the same old dogs that come in every year. So now they're going to start being like, oh, okay, I
but so
got you.
now you have like Schroeder is on the German team. Somebody else is on the Serbian team. Somebody else from the Knicks is on the other team. Somebody else on the Sudan team. Giannis is on the Greece team. So they got NBA players on every Olympic team. So you can't just keep putting there, like you said, the same old players, because you need the best, not
Right.
just the name. You need the best player.
I mean, the only thing that I can think of why they do, like, they keep some of the players the same for is because they're, like you said, is because of their name and what they're known internationally for, possibly. And they'll be like, oh, we can't have that with them.
Let me ask you
But
something. Why would you take? I'm gonna say it. I don't want to hear it.
you know
Because
they go,
I'm gonna
somebody gonna say
delete.
something.
Look, if you call me a rooster, I'm gonna delete it.
A rooster.
Yeah, girl. Somebody called us roosters, girl. I deleted the comment.
That's
Yeah,
rude.
yeah, that's what I thought. But listen, why would you take Kevin Durant, who didn't make it out the first round, and not take Jaylen Brown,
I
who was
was so
the
about to
MVP,
say, why is
who
it
was the
Jalen Brown?
MVP? He was the MVP of the finals and the Eastern Conference Finals. Why would you not take him over Kevin Durant?
And I think he ended up winning the ESPY. Yeah, that was the one. I missed it, but I need to
Okay.
go back and watch it. Apparently, he
And then
got his
Serena
mama was mad
Williams,
at him.
listen, they need to go back to having actors host the ESPYs, not the athletes. No,
Oh, you didn't enjoy it? I
no,
missed it. I have
no.
to go back and watch it. No, okay. Serena did do a good job.
Mm-mm,
No, okay.
mm-mm.
She said, mm-mm.
Quinta Brunson could not even help Serena and Venus on a skit, a set. Awful. I don't know who wrote that mess. It was between the delivery and the writing. Mm-mm,
I have to go back and watch it.
mm-mm. The host, I went back to look at the list. Tracy Morgan, Samuel Jackson, Steve Harvey, Anthony Mackie. You need a entertain. Steph Curry was awful. Serena Williams was awful.
Mm.
Shit.
But this is their second year of putting the actor. I mean, not actor. One of the athletes as it, because last year was Steph, right?
Yes.
That was the
Don't
first time.
don't do it. Don't
Don't do it.
do it. Don't do it anymore. Oh my God. She was terrible. She looked good. She looked good.
I have to go back and watch it.
Okay.
So
I'm
it's
just saying.
recorded for me.
Okay. So
That was
look,
at work. So
we talked about the NBA. We talked about WNBA. We talked a little about NFL. We talked Olympics. We didn't talk a lot of baseball today. We ain't talked no hockey. We
oh, but
got
I did wanted
come
to.
on.
I
What
did
you got?
forget. I don't know hockey news, but I was literally on Facebook right before we came on, maybe an hour before. So I thought this was pretty interesting, and somebody posted it, and it was like how the big four U.S. sports leagues make their money.
Okay. Oh, I know what I got to say. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
So
ahead.
the NFL, of course, is the number one. They made $18.7 billion last year, right? Out of that, 66% of that is from national televised, like television media. 17% goes to ticket sales. It's come from ticket sales. So all the season ticket holders, guys, we ain't putting nothing into it. As long also our us buying all these team gears is only 10% of the money. 6% of concessions and parking, and then 1% of local TV media. So that is they make it mostly when they be doing the ESPN and all that other stuff. Baseball is two with $10.9 billion last year. 31% of it goes to ticket sales because a lot of people do go to baseball games.
Yes, they do.
26% is from national TV media. 23% for local TV media, which is true because they do play more local, like for team baseball. 10% goes to both. They have two. The last 20%, 10 and 10, goes to team sponsors and concessions and parking. The NBA was also number two. They tied with baseball with the MLB. It is also $10.9 billion. 41% is from national TV media. 26% is for ticket sales. 13% for local TV and media. 12% for team sponsors, and then 8% is for concessions and spot parking. Last is NHL, which is hockey, which was $6.8 billion last year. Wow, I didn't never realize hockey was that big.
Yeah, girl.
I know, but I just don't.
We've got to get into hockey a little bit more because I watched a little bit of one match and I was like, look, the athleticism that's required to skate and hit that puck and get, listen.
It is. But 44%, which I definitely believe theirs comes from out of everybody. There's the ones that comes from most from ticket sales.
Ticket sales, yeah.
Then national TV. The only time I really see it is during
Playoffs. Yeah.
When they have the Stanley Cup. Then they
Right.
have 14% for team sponsors, 12% for concession and parking, and 11 for local TV and media. But I just thought it was very interesting with the NFL that they make more of their money when they're on TV versus people going to the games. But I also contribute to that too, probably because of ticket sales be super expensive.
And they lost, and they got to pay back all that money from the NFL ticket because they were overcharging us. Roger Goodell said they were going to appeal the decision, but I knew they was charging way too doggone much. Because if
Does that
I'm
mean I get
paying,
it for free this
if
season?
you and me both paying $400 or $500, and all them people paying them for, that was way too much money. They need all that money.
Does
They
that mean that we getting
they
it for
got
free
to
this
get
season? Are
back.
they giving everybody it for free this season?
I don't know about that part, but they did appeal. But listen, TNT
Uh-huh.
sports plans to match Amazon's media rights for the NBA. Girl, they can't afford to lose the NBA because TNT ain't got nothing else going on.
They really don't.
Inside the NBA and them games on Thursdays, Tuesday and Thursday, whatever day, is keeping them alive. They have said they will match Amazon. Yes.
Mm.
So, anyway, all right. Anything else?
No, I think I'm good on everything.
So, yes. So, join us next week. We will have our top 10 quarterbacks. And then we will, in a couple of weeks, we will start our NFL previews.
I'm so excited, you guys.
Now, we got the Olympics coming up. We will not do the pre-ceremonies, but we will be going live throughout the events. I can't say when. You need to subscribe so you won't miss it.
It's gonna be like a pop-up. How they
It's
used to
gonna
have
be
the
pop up.
pop-up
We're gonna be like
videos.
Shredded Vegan. We're gonna be popping up everywhere. We just gonna be popping up. Popping up. Pop, 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 pop.
Like how they used to have the pop-up videos.
That's right. Pop up.
Us. We just pop up out of nowhere. Hey, we on. Oh my
So
god.
listen, we need you guys to follow us. We really do. We really need you to follow us on Facebook. You're doing awesome on Instagram and YouTube, but we need you on Facebook. We just do. There's a lot of people that like to watch the live commentary on Facebook. It's easier to get to for a lot of people. So please, if you already follow us, please bring a friend. Bring a friend
Or
over to
two.
Facebook. Please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. See y'all next time.
Bye,
Goodbye.
y'all.